Hi, my name is Wilson Pun. I'm a real estate attorney in New York, and I've been practicing real estate law for over 10 years now. So over the past 10 years, I've helped hundreds of clients close on their home purchases and sales. A new home purchaser is looking to start the process and go buy a home. They need to assemble a team. Typically includes a real estate agent, a loan officer or a mortgage broker, and finally a real estate attorney to help you with legalities of the closing process.
What exactly does the broker do in this whole process?
So when you work with a real estate agent that's licensed under a broker, what they will do is they'll talk to you and get to know your wants and needs, what you're looking for in a home, what factors you're considering in a home, your budget, pretty much all the factors that you would want to consider for yourself, and guide you along the way on what may be the best fit for you home-wise, whether it be sizing of a home, whether it be current and or future needs, and just a good environment or area where they believe that they'll be able to locate a future home that matches with everything that you want.
So what about mortgage officers? What exactly do they do?
The mortgage officer or a loan officer, typically they look at your financial picture more and they make sure that you can afford the house that you're looking for, your dream home, let's say. So they take a look at different factors. They want to make sure you've been employed for a certain period of time, that your credit score, of course, is up to par to a certain level where they can give you a loan with a very competitive interest rate. And three, sort of what outstanding debts you may already have to make sure that if you were to be approved for a mortgage, that additional mortgage payment make your debt to income ratio exceed what a certain acceptable threshold may be.
What about yourself? Like real estate attorneys, what exactly do you guys do to assist the purchaser in this? Like what added value you put to the team?
So timing wise, once you've already worked with a real estate agent, once you've already worked with your loan officer who's given you a sort of pre-approved loan amount, and now you use that loan amount to go and found your dream home where you submitted an offer through your agent and the seller's agent has informed you that that amount has been accepted. So now you have an accepted offer. So the next step typically is the seller's attorney, depending on who I represent. I represent both buyers and sellers in residential home transactions. But the seller's attorney's role is to send out the real estate contract. So if I were to represent a seller, I would be drafting and sending out the sale contract to the purchaser's attorney. Now, if I'm representing the purchaser, I would wait until the seller's attorney sends me the real estate contract, and I would sit down with my client after doing an initial review of all the contract terms and make sure all the terms from the term sheet of the accepted offer are incorporated into the contract. And that's at the most basic level. There are other legal terms and contracts that we typically go over in the contract itself, and I want to make sure my client understands everything that they're committing to once they sign the contract, most important being the down payment that they're putting down when they sign the contract, and other terms and conditions that are in the contract that may apply and trigger throughout the process up until we're actually ready to close on the transaction where title changes hands and my client, the potential buyer, actually becomes the new fee owner of record.
So in terms of timeline, who to talk to first and then who to talk to last? Or do you have like recommended timeline for buyers specifically to involve each player in his or her team?
So to move about things in the most efficient way, I would recommend that you first speak with a loan officer, and after you submit some financial information to them, they'll give you a pre-approval, a formal commitment, and the lender isn't obligated to actually loan you that much money. It's a sign that shows a potential seller who's considering an offer one that you've already done your homework and that there is a relatively good chance that you'll be able to get the loan amount you're looking for so that the seller isn't wasting their time. So it'll make your offer more competitive. So once you speak with your loan officer and you have that pre-approval letter, then it's time to select a real estate agent. So they'll show you different houses, different areas within your price range, and once you have a house that you want to make an offer on, all the information the real estate agent has along with the pre-approval letter will go to support your offer so that a seller can consider whether or not they want to choose you as the winning. Finally, once you've been selected as a winning bid on a house that you want to purchase, then you would reach out to your real estate attorney and you would say, look, these are the terms of that I submitted on the house I would like to purchase, please keep an eye out for the contract to come in. And after you review, or even before you review, there's some things I would like to discuss with you to make sure that this contract does include everything that we're expecting, everything our agent told us, and that there aren't any surprises.
So can you point out like a few websites, in your experience, like where to find these people for a potential client who's thinking about purchasing a home in New York State?
A good first step is usually just going online and searching for what competitive interest rates are and what lenders offer those competitive interest rates. Once you've found several lenders, then you will try and find a contact at each of those lenders, more particularly a loan officer that you can reach out to, whether it be email or phone call, to introduce yourself first so that you can get that process going with getting that pre-approval letter. Similarly, for getting a real estate agent, you can go online and search various sources. A lot of that's popular nowadays. You have Redfin and Zillow, where you can sort of see how many agents service a certain area through those platforms. You can see how many closings they've participated in. You can see the volume that they do, and the sort of comments that other homeowners, potential home buyers, have used them before in the past, and how they've interacted. So you can get a feel of who you're working with. So that's a really great tool. And as for real estate attorneys, you can do a similar search online. There's various search sites and whatnot, but you would want to make sure that the real estate attorney you're looking for does practice, of course, in the state you're looking to buy a home, and preferably in the geographical area or county where your potential home is located as well.